Hello my friends, and Happy New Year from your old pal Kyle McCoy here at the Pixel Art Shop. It's good to see you. I just wanted to say thank you to people that have sent me so many nice messages saying that they miss me, hope I'm doing okay. That really meant a lot. I'm happy to report I'm doing great. I hope you are too. I've just had a lot of life changes happening on this end that I'm looking forward to telling you about, as well as some upcoming changes to the channel. But first things first, and about 1 million years ago I promised you guys a tour of the new studio. Well, I didn't forget about you, so without even further ado, let's get started. So one of the biggest changes for me last year was that my wife and I bought our first house, and it's finally starting to feel like home. The main floor has this nice dining room area. It even has a fireplace. Can you imagine shooting some videos in front of a roaring fire? It would be like Masterpiece Theater. Classy. Here's my collection of the original James Bond novels. And I got this book lamp at an antique store. I love it. Anyway, we keep the upstairs pretty grown up, you might say. But when we go downstairs, it has a finished basement that I thought would be fun to turn into an old school comic book shop with kind of an underground brick industrial theme. So I painted this wall to be bricks. The space is still a work in progress, but I like the way it's coming along. Then we've got the Hall of Movie Posters. I feel like it reminds me of a museum or art gallery. That's why I did that bit in the beginning of the Mini Movie Posters 2 video. Then here we have the Wall of Comics. I built these shelves out of bricks and plywood. Again, wanted to have kind of an underground feel to it. I made these racks above the shelves to display the comics facing downward. It really makes it feel like a real comic book store. As you can see, I'm mostly a fan of the old school stuff. I like these facsimile comic editions, which are nearly identical reprints of the most iconic issues. No, I don't actually own Action Comics or Spider-Man #1. I wish. But these issues include all of the original ads that appeared at the time too, so they really feel like time capsules. Pretty cool. Next to the Wall of Comics, we have my old World of Springfield figures. These came out in the early 2000s. Yeah, I'm a big fan of The Simpsons. Have I ever mentioned that? I've never had the space to display them until now, and wow, let me tell you, I forgot how many there are when I was going through box after box. Still one of the coolest toy lines ever, with so many characters and environments. You know, they say you can tell a lot about somebody by how they arrange their Simpson toys. Things like, this is a crazy person, and holy cow, what a nerd. Oh, this poster has all the covers of the first 100 issues of Simpson comics on it. On the other side of the stairs, we have the wall of retro action figures. As you can tell, I love this Marvel Legends line. You see, back in the 1980s, the Kenner Toy Company tried to get the license to create action figures for iconic Marvel characters, in the same vein as their Star Wars and DC Superpowers lines. But they never did. Until just a couple years ago. So they dusted off their original designs and started producing what that line would have been like. These things are like artifacts from another dimension, the ultimate Marvel what if. I just think they're so cool, and the simplicity and the amazing artwork on the packaging. We've got some variety over here. I love this Mars Attacks one. Back to the Future. Classic TV Batman. First appearance Superman. Here's where I disguised the thermostat as a figure to blend in. Did you catch it? Anyway, this whole space is just a fun area I'm planning to use for more backdrops to videos. Talking about movies, we can be in the movie hallway. Simpson videos can have the Simpsons wall. You get it. Just fun stuff to keep it fresh. And as we round the corner, we arrive to my actual workspace, which doubles as the movie and gaming room. Comfy couch, TV, lots of movies and games. I also really like these cinema-themed blankets I found. They remind me of that kind of fun carpeting movie theaters have in their lobby. I'm gonna move the movie posters in here eventually when I expand the comic wall. And over here you can see my work table, the very same one I've been using all these years. I installed these black shelves to keep my beads and other supplies on without taking up any table space. Here's my desk where I do most of my pattern design. You can see all my notes for future ideas for projects and videos. Right next to my table is where I keep all my bags of beads, organized by hue, kept in multicolored squares. Pretty appropriate for pixel art, wouldn't you say? Oh, here's some little 3D Springfield landmarks I've been working on. I'll probably do a video on them eventually. Then I have this whiteboard on the side that I use to keep track of all my inventory, like how many of what color beads I have. When the quantity gets to 2 bags or below, I put it in red, so it's easy to see what I need to order more of. Then if we turn around, behind the main door here is where I keep all the pieces that are waiting to get a new home. Some you might recognize from previous videos, others are for future videos. Some don't get videos at all, just depends on how much I have to say about the subject or the techniques used in each piece. A typical day at the pixel art shop involves me sitting down to log into my email and checking the Etsy store for sales and commissions. I definitely sell more 8x10s than anything else. So once I see what my orders are for the day, I'll get to work making them. You guys know that process all too well at this point, right? Once they're assembled, I'll pack them up in these plastic art bags, and I always try to slip in a little surprise bonus magnet as a freebie, ideally something related to the piece they ordered. Homer gets a donut. Nintendo games come with a classic controller. Then they get packed up for shipping and labeled. And finally, I like to draw a little picture in the package just for fun. I like to imagine people get a little more excited to see their delivery when you include little things like that. And that's about it. Let's see, what other changes have happened lately? I don't think there's anything else. Did I leave anything out? Oh, right. My wife and I had a baby. A healthy baby boy. He's super fun and smiley and giggly. I love hanging out with him. Okay, take the ball. Here you go. That's one of the reasons I wanted to set up this fun and colorful space with toys and comics. But it turns out having a baby is pretty time consuming, who knew? So as you can imagine, my life has been a wonderful blur of diapers and bottles the past year, but he's finally starting to sleep a bit longer into the night, I'm getting a good routine down, and starting to find more time to get some work done down here. Now, regarding an update for the channel, partly because of the arrival of my son, but also partly because I want to change things up a bit. You might find things are going to get a little bit more random, a bit more casual, and hopefully a bit more fun as well. For example, I'm going to start releasing some quicker project videos, like just a minute long or so, without the theme song. I might not even be on camera and just do the voiceover like what you're seeing now. It's just a way to guarantee I can keep putting out more projects for you guys on a regular basis. I've also been working on making some kind of interactive videos. Like I have one idea I call the Mini Picks Challenge. Here, try it out. Mini Picks Challenge. How many bobs can you find in 10 seconds? Go! The answer? 7 Bobs. Bob the Guardian from Reboot, Bob Ross, SpongeBob SquarePants, Bob Belcher, Sideshow Bob, Silent Bob, and Bob the Builder. Did you find them all? See, something like that would just be a quick 30-second video I'd post randomly. Hopefully it's just a fun little thing to make you smile. Anyway, keep an eye on this channel, my friends. There's some interesting content coming your way. I hope you had fun touring my studio. It's always great to reconnect with you guys, and I'll see you again soon.